Góðan daginn and welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast where I talk mainly about yarn, about knitting and crocheting, what I'm working on, what I'm finished, what I'm planning to do. And I chat quite a bit about the weather because I am a stereotypical middle-aged Icelander who is always interested in what the weather is doing. Currently, it's nice. So yesterday was the Icelandic National Day dedicated to nature, meaning that, we show a little appreciation to this island that took us in over millennia ago and has somehow managed to keep us alive whilst trying to kill us. So yeah, it was a lovely day yesterday as well. Like, this guy was absolutely smiling upon Iceland yesterday, on the day of Icelandic nature. So nature was like in her best costume. It was glorious. Also, I got to leave work a little bit earlier because we got everything done. Win-win. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I have a little confession to make. I'm having a little. Okay, this is ridiculous, and I wouldn't be surprised if others have the same problem, but I'm working on this first sleeve, and usually when you're having fun doing something, working on something, you just run right through it, right? You get such a speed of energy to do something, so you just power through. I'm having so much fun working with this yarn. I don't want to finish too soon. Like, this is one of the most simplest patterns to be working with. Like, very, very simple, like pullover thing. Like, the most difficult thing is the ripping and switching from one size to another. That's the single most difficult. Yeah, well, on and casting on. But when it comes to the sleeves, so I did start with these double-pointed, I want to say sock needles, because that's basically what we call them in Icelandic. We call them sokkaprjónar. But in English it's double-pointed knitting needles. And I did start with traditional, I did start with the lovely, lovely bamboo knitting needles that I am absolutely in love with. Bamboo is really working well with this yarn. If you can hear some hammering or some working or anything else, that's because my window is open, because it is window weather, which means that it is sunny, which heats my room up terribly because my entire south wall is nothing but windows. But at the same time, it's not as warm outside, so it's deceptive. It's window weather. But yeah, when it comes to the sleeves, absolutely loving working with the bamboo needles. Then I switched over to my Old Faithfuls, and I wasn't having as much fun working with those for some reason. Just wasn't vibing with me. So then I remember that I have these where's the box? Put the box somewhere. Anyway, I have these Addi very, very peculiar knitting needles, and I think that they are mostly intended for like knitting socks, but you can definitely use them for like other things. And I'm using them to knit the sleeves, and I'm having a ridiculous amount of fun just working on these and then putting them away and go do something else and then picking them up again for a couple of rounds, and then it's just fun. Using these weird knitting needles is fun. Hearing the clickety clacky when they like are just whoop, now just hit each other like they do, and just love it. So yeah, I'm having a ridiculous amount of just fun using these knitting needles. So I'm actually slowing down because I just want some more. But I've got about half a sleeve of the first one. English, hello. Half of the first sleeve done. And look how it balloons out gorgeously. Just whoop. It's so, I'm so looking forward to wearing this actually. And also how the yarn is working up, how it's turning out. This is so, yeah, so one sleeve is going to be starting on a lot of blue, and I've been trying to see the other skein, the last skein, and I think that one is going to start on more of the pinky reddish colors. So that means that that will fulfill my dream of being chaotic. So I'm happy about that. The only thing is that I have a very, very generous deadline on this jumper. I wanted it to be done before the beginning of November. Not just because I will be participating in NaNo again this year. NaNo is the National Novel Writing Month, where you dedicate the entire month of November to write 50,000 words. I did it last year, and I won. And I want to participate again this year. It's going to be really, really interesting because I have a little bit more experience and I'm a little bit more prepared this year. But at the same time, I do have this channel to make work for, and I also have the other channel, and I also want to do stuff for that one as well. So now I'm getting all planning and strategic and planning things how to pre-film for the second channel. I'm gonna keep the same tempo with this channel, filming these chatty vlogs every Saturday, because I found last year that it helped me so much to sit down on a Saturday and film me just chatting about something completely different and unrelated to my writing, and just talk about my knitting and crocheting, to have the knitting and crocheting to reach for when my brain is going like helps. And so this channel is I'm going to continue with the project pile because it helps my brain. As for the other channel, the things that I want to make for that one I can pre-film. So September and October are going to be preparation months, and that's going to be interesting because I've never done that before. So that's going to be fun. But also because in November, and the main reason that I want to get this done before then is not just because of NaNo, it's because on the 5th of November is when I will be out of town, because the company I work for, they are gonna have their annual get-together. I don't know what it was called in English. I should know by now, but I don't, because my brain just does not work that way. In Icelandic it's called Árshátíð, so that basically means Árs is year or yearly, and Hátíð is like festival, so it's the yearly festival. It's the yearly get-together of the company, and majorly with the staff. We get together and have some music, good food, meet each other, giggle about stupid things, have fun together, and hopefully some of the bosses, like the upper management, they have always been present, so I'm really hoping that they will show up, because it does the company good for everyone to get together. And I want this to be done by then, because I would really, really like to have this something like a, you know, something cute to wear on the daily. And I also, because I do need to, as much fun as I'm having knitting this, I need to get it done, because I also want to get the lasso done before the event. I don't think I had a picture on this one, did I? No, I didn't. Cool. But yeah, the Glasso is a raglan type of jumper, and you start with the color and you work your way down. I've done this before with an ice yarn. Can't remember what it's called, but it was fun. It's a really simple pattern, and this one, like original pattern, it calls for Drops Melody, and I'm so looking forward to working with it because it's so really fluffy, and you work with 3 threads held together, so that's gonna be. And also a little intimidated because these are the knitting needles. These are a 15mm, and let's see, oh yeah, there they are. And then there's the double pointed ones, and they are 12mm. So yeah, they're the width of my pointy finger and my thumb, so that's like the only thing I'm anxious about, but at the same time I'm excited because this jumper really knits up quickly. And then I have 2 other jumpers made from Drops Melody, but I also want to do this pattern again, but with these yarns. Ice yarns. These are both from a sale winter from some years ago. I think these both came out of my 3-year-old box. And the plan is that I'm gonna have, you know, the white and this lovely kind of burgundy color, brownish burgundy kind of, and this browny gray. And yeah, so I'm gonna be like, I think it's gonna be like white, gray, burgundy brown, gray, white, something like that. And I'm gonna mix these together, so it's gonna be a little bit bulkier than this version. This is so much lighter, and yeah, so the second version will be a little thicker, a little bit heavier. So as usual, I have plans, a lot of plans. So that is 4 jumpers, and then there's those other 2 I'm gonna be making, so that's 6, and then there's 7, 8. I need to finish that one, so that's 9, 10. And then there's that one, so that's 11. Not to count all the shawls and scarves and hats, and I really want to try to knit some socks, like proper socks with heels. A lot of things to do. It's nice to have something, like I keep rambling about it, but it's really nice to have something set that you can grab into. I have not made any more progress on my leftover experiment, but I've been thinking, when I find the rest of the Fantasia leftovers, that I might actually, because I think I have 4 more, that I use 3 to make another of this circle, and then use the 7th to like join together, so I can actually make a nice pillow, and then fill the pillow or the inside with like leftover fabric. I was thinking like old socks and things like that I'm not using anymore because they've got holes in, and a lot of those socks, they are so thin that if you try and sew them together, you're just walking on, yeah, that wouldn't be comfortable, particularly on the heel. That would be like not nice. So Yeah, I'm thinking about that, because then I will have something like nice and thick and homemade that I might actually use to support my back sometimes. So that's an idea. I'm thinking about it. And then I'm thinking, because I have a lot of yarn that is dedicated to like children, like baby yarns and those type of things. I kind of want to, because I do have quite a few patterns that are dedicated to children and babies, and I have the yarn, so my brain is like slowly moving along. But I'm thinking that it would do me really good to try and knit something smaller, and like try and do some of the like more complicated things like cables. I haven't really done cables. I've done fake cable on that. Oh yeah, I need to remember to check with the hobby advent. I need to note that one down. I really want to participate in the hobby the advent calendar again this year. I really loved the knitting calendar, and I did buy some of the yarn that was for the crochet calendar. I still haven't done any of those. Well, that's the curse with having a lot of yarn. You just like get ahead of yourself. But I do really want to participate again this year, because that was fun. Both getting this yarn that you otherwise I would not have bought myself, and I still want to do like some of the there was a lovely like color thing that would be just gorgeous to have in the winter time. And then there were, I think there were like gloves or something. Yeah, I really need to check those patterns out, because I really need to get that done as well. So just adding to the pile, and that's why we call it the project pile, because I have projects and they are in piles, and I just keep adding to them. Yeah, that's the tentative ideas. I do need to get this as much fun as I'm having making this. I like these knitting needles, they are so much fun. And this yarn, this Ice Yarns Angora Color Glitz, is really nice to work with. It's just, I like it. It's so soft. It's nice. But yeah, I do need to get working on that and get it finished, so I can work on start working on the lasso to get that done, because I really want to have at least those two done before November, so I can meet some of the others that who I know do quite a lot of knitting and be like, I made this. That's a dream. Because I can always bring a lot of shawls. I definitely have shawls for days and weeks. So that is what I've been working on, what I'm thinking, and tentative plans for the upcoming months. Look at me, I'm thinking ahead. How the tables are turned. Things change. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that is, oh, actually talking about children. Listen, we are waiting. So one of the mothers-to-be she is now in Reykjavik, has been for like the past week. I love them. This young couple, they really think ahead. So they're gone to Reykjavik about a week ago, I think, and because they were not going to be caught unawares at the very last moment if something is going to happen, maybe there are complications, and they were not going to take that risk. So they already had like the hotel stay, like there's dedicated hotel for people who need to go to the hospital. I have no idea what it's called in English. They had everything prepared, both with the hotel, with the hospital, with their midwife, I remember the word, and the doctors and everything. And they last I heard was yesterday. On Thursday they what is it called in English? I don't really have a vocabulary when it comes to pregnancies in English, I'm realizing. But they basically started her on Thursday. And things seem to be getting along. And then the baby boy just went, yeah, know what? I know you want me to come out, so I'm just gonna chill. Boy, literally, we are waiting for you. Come out. And I haven't really heard anything. I need to go check. I'm going to go check Facebook in a little while and see if anything has happened. But yeah, that kind of started me on a tangent of I have a lot of baby yarn and I really want to get working on something, because even though there isn't anything in my immediate family, and a lot of people here in Iceland, they do a lot of knitting like in their families. So most people I know who are pregnant, they also have pretty much everything accounted for when it comes to like confirmation dresses, home sets, like when mother and child go home. Most children do have grandparents or extended family who are literally just gnawing at the bits to have like these adorable little like socks and hats and little itty bitty gloves and little like sweaters and these little garments just done, so that when the baby comes home warm and wrapped up in just glorious love. And so my thinking is basically I can definitely do something and then maybe donate it for like, I'm sure there's somewhere that I could donate something like little hats for little babies and yeah, something comfortable for little babies. Yeah, I need to think of that. I'm trying to plan too much, I think. Methinks, yeah. But that is definitely enough rambling from me. My throat is actually, all my vocal cords are actually starting to complain. I've been talking way too much. And so I'm gonna go get myself some tea and relax my vocal cords and pick at the sleeve. But honestly though, I've got this much done. And look how the colors are so pretty. They're so pretty. Yeah, I like it. And we'll see where I'm at next weekend. Yeah, I will definitely see you again then and definitely talk some more. So see you hopefully again next weekend, and I hope that life is as wonderful and as good to you as it can possibly be. And I will see you later. Okay, take care. Bless.